Alrighty. Well, hi. My name is Daniel. I originated from Oakland. Uh, an interesting story in my life was about the time I turned like 16. I was living in Oakland. One time there was this homeless guy that literally to walked up to my auntie. He asked her, "Hey, do you have some money?" And my auntie was like, "No, of course I don't have any money. I don't want to give out my money to a homeless guy because he could, eventually earn his own." But so my auntie was like, "Fuck it, I have $5. Might as well, give it to him." Gave him the money, and my auntie, like 2 years later, ran into the same dude. He ended up, getting his own place. He got his own pad. With that $5, she switched that $5 from out being homeless to he did one of those. I don't know if you ever seen the paper clip to a house, but uh it's where you trade an item to get a better item, an item of greater value. He did that same thing. He traded all the way up into a trailer. So he got his own crib. He went from trading up to a trailer to trading up to a car. He traded from the car to a house to a two-bedroom house. Um, and then he thanked my auntie by wanting to give her the respect that he received from my auntie. So he gave my auntie one of the houses that he traded for in $25,000, and really that was really something. But that was out in Oakland. That was pretty damn cool.
How long ago was that?
This was honestly 3 years ago. It wasn't even that long ago. My auntie, yeah, no, she told me about this right when I was moving towards here. Like she was like, "Well, I don't know what to do with this house. This guy gave me this house. I don't even know what I remember doing for him, but he said I gave him $5 like a couple years back, but he traded all the way up to a house and he gave my auntie the house to show her the respect, which I thought was pretty damn freaking cool. That's something like that $5 turned into a whole house."
That is very rare and all over, like almost all over the world. But especially in Oakland, you think that's impossible
That's
because of
literally impossible.
because of the history of Oakland, because of how Oakland is right now,
Yes.
or how it has been.
Yeah,
That is
insane. Like
that is insane.
Oakland is a very bad place. There's nothing really good about it. Usually people recommend you to get out of Oakland. And I'm surprised that I even got out of Oakland. Like I've had a very messed up past, I came from, a pretty abusive family. So that was a whole thing in itself. But once I turned into an adult, people they stopped messing with me, if that makes sense. They stopped like wanting to.
Yeah, because you start standing up for yourself.
Yeah, you start standing up for yourself when you become an adult. You're a whole different person nowadays compared to when you were a kid. When you're a kid, you're very vulnerable, and a lot of adults take advantage of that, especially, parents or, parental guardians, no matter what. They don't like to listen to your voice and listen to, who you are as a person nowadays. People respect you for what age you are and not respect you for what knowledge you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's personally what I feel. You can't, it's really hard to put respect to a face when you don't really know the person, who they are as a true being, the true human being, you know?
Yeah. So because you lived in Oakland and you had a very good story about your aunt in Oakland. So what did you learn from both of these two stories?
What I learned is, sharing daily respect to anyone. It doesn't matter who it is. You could respect the most simplest person, and you don't know what you shall receive. Karma is a very big thing in life, and people take it for granted. If you take karma for granted, it will lash back at you. I'm a very strong believer of karma. So, meaning like whatever you give, you shall receive, but in ways that you won't know, you know? Like, say, like when I was 14, I got baptized as a Mormon. I know people, they're really hatred towards Mormon, people don't like him. Whatever, I didn't care. I personally felt like the Mormons gave me the respect that I deserved. They actually talked to me, they gave me conversations. That's where, you know, you give respect, you shall receive. You give good karma, you shall receive good karma in your own, life. Mormons help me out mentally. So that's the good karma that I've received, from these two stories, giving respect and demanding respect is two different things. You know what I mean? People expect respect without earning it. People expect good karma without earning it. You got to earn those things. They're not titles you gain because you're just you. These things you gain from either personal experience, how you treat people. If you treat people with kindness, man, that's the only thing you need in life. There's one thing my grandma always told me when I was younger: you should always never hold a grudge. Cause if you hold a grudge, that is just weight on your shoulders that you don't need. Say like, if you hate somebody so much, why do you hate them? Explain it to yourself on why you want these bad things in life and how it could be a waste of time. Regardless, you're wasting your brain energy on how a person might respond to you in the future. That's what a grudge is. If you don't hold a grudge, you don't remember. Regardless, you ain't gonna remember. When you see that person, you're gonna be like, oh, I freaking hate this person. No, man, just don't hold grudges. Always keep good karma. Keep yourself motivated in life to, you know, become a good person. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. There's, every way you could go around it, there's light. You could become a true person of knowledge with the respect in the communications of others. If you're not willing to learn, you're not willing to grow.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, what was the biggest reason that you moved out of Oakland to Santa Rosa?
The biggest reason I moved out of Oakland to Santa Rosa because I didn't feel safe. You know what I mean? Oakland's such a bad place. You don't know if your house is going to get broken into. There is a lot of bad people in life that are more than willing to hurt you is because they have demons following them, man. They don't respect themselves. They don't know who they are. They're already at their deepest point in life. What else could they do? And so, instead of steal, rob, home invasions, there's a lot of those over there. I wanted to go to a place where I could feel respected as a man and not have to worry about getting a gun pulled to my head. You know what I mean? That happens a lot. I've lost my homie Demirius in Oakland because he got shot. He got shot 15 times in the chest for saying no. Because he told a guy on the bus, hey, could I have, the guy on the bus told him, hey, can I have $15? My homie Demirius said no. He walked off the bus. The guy walked off with him, shot him 15 times in the back. So
that is
it's
so bad. That's so sad.
Yeah, that place is so, undeniably bad. You don't want to live there. It's not safe for young people or old people. People nowadays in Oakland, they could feel so disrespected by such the smallest thing.
Yeah.
That they don't like people are not willing to fight anymore. Like fist fights, they're not willing to have a brawl. They'll rather just whip out a pistol and kill you. Like nowadays, these young people, they're not willing to talk out their problems. They rather shoot first, talk later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very sad.
It is very sad because like, you know, you have all this wasted time and progression in life just to lose your life over a simple dispute, you know?
Yeah.
People don't think that through. People don't think about their families. People don't think about none of that, you know?
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you sharing your story. It's very beautiful. And before you, I had another Mormon person in my car.
Yeah.
I interviewed her. I think she is my third or fourth videos. And I think I know a lot of Mormon people too.
Yeah.
I think they're very nice and very, kind people.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I think about Mormons.
I love being a Mormon as well. There's no hatred in that family because I don't consider, one Mormon. We're all a family,
Yeah.
We all are more than willing to respect one another. There's no grudges hold. There's no, there's always good karma within the Mormonhood. But, there's a lot of people that, disrespect Mormons because for some reason they think they're bad people, but they're really not. All Mormons are great people. They're very generous, very kind. They're more than willing to do stuff.
Very kind, yeah. Yes. Very, very friendly. Like if you would like to check out the video, the name of the video is Growing Up as a Mormon.
Growing Up as a Mormon, yeah.
It's on my channel. She's very polite, she's very nice, and she's very friendly.
Yeah, Mormon households they're very strong with their will.
Yeah. And also, I wanted to ask you, I know you already said a lot of positive things, your story about your auntie, and other, your personality is very friendly, very positive.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that you had experience that you lost your friend.
Yeah.
Like that in Oakland, over $15.
Over $15, man.
Yeah.
Like people, you don't hear these stories on the news. Like the news doesn't post this. There's daily deaths in Oakland, but yeah.
What would be one message to those people that they are still doing that in Oakland and making Oakland an unsafe place?
My message is why. Actually, you should never have enemies. No one shall, because enemies. There's no one has enemies in life. You make that image in your head. You shall, whatever respect you have given is the same that you shall receive. No, I have no hatred towards those people that have done that. I don't hate you for it, but you shall deserve what's coming to you. Karma plays a fair part into this. Whatever you've done, you shall receive. That's all I, personally believe. All right. Subscribe, like, I hope you guys have a good day. I really appreciate you for enjoying the time with my stories. This guy is very helpful, very communicative. He was able to, I was able to get some stuff off my chest today that I didn't know I was able to. You know what I mean? Like that I've kept that story in my chest for about 5 years now. I'm 23. These stories used to really get in, my heart. And now that I'm able to communicate, it feels great.
I'm so glad.
Like and follow, subscribe to Chat Passenger. This guy's very communicative. He, very well rounded.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
And hey, you're more than welcome if you want to hand out your social media account or.
Oh yeah, follow me at DannyBoyF1 on YouTube. I stream games mainly. I don't really do YouTube videos, but I do stream a lot. If you want to follow me there, all of my socials are DannyBoyF1. DANNYBOIF1.
I appreciate it, Danny.
All right, not a problem.
Thank you so much, man. I know we're already here can I take a picture of you in the back of my car so I
No
can
problem.
post it on the thumbnail?
All right. What should I do? What should I do for a thumbnail? Just simple.